welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, and if you are new here, make sure you go and hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. As you can tell by today's title, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I take and edit my YouTube thumbnails. So first, let's talk about thumbnails. So a thumbnail is basically what people are going to be seeing before they decide if they want to watch your video or not. It's that little picture that you see when you're scrolling through YouTube, and it just basically is a quick picture that shows, I don't know, what the person is doing in their video, has maybe a little title or something. And thumbnails are 1280 by 720, so that's the size that you need to create a thumbnail first and foremost. That's very important because you want it to be proportionate for when you input it into YouTube Studio or directly into your YouTube. So you want to make sure it's proportioned the correct way, because if not, it's going to look a little distorted maybe, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure all your pictures match that size. So thumbnails are very, very important when it comes to YouTube and trying to attract more viewers. So it's something that I've worked on these past couple of months, trying to make my thumbnails even better, because honestly, it's what people are going to see. And if they see that it's, you know, really clear and concise, you don't want it to be blurry, you don't want it to be all over the place and too busy. You want it to be direct, and you want it to look kind of like aesthetically pleasing, so that people are like, wow, that looks really good, looks interesting, it looks like something I would be interested in watching. And then they'll hopefully click on that video and you'll attract more viewers. Because if people click on your video, click-through impression is very important, because it shows that people are clicking on your video when they browse you or when it pops up on their recommended page. So just overall, thumbnails are very important. So you want to make sure that you're working really hard on creating the best possible thumbnail before you go and upload a video. You don't want to just throw on a thumbnail that is just okay. If you really want your channel to do well and succeed, you really need to work on your thumbnails, because I can definitely tell that ever since I started taking my time on my thumbnails, a lot of people have been really loving it. And lately I've been getting comments saying that you guys really like my thumbnails, and so I wanted to share some tips of how I take my thumbnails and how I edit, so you guys can hopefully use these tips and these apps to create your thumbnails and make them a little bit better. So like I said, you want to make sure your thumbnails are clear, a nice clear image, don't have it blurry, and you also want to make sure you have keywords in your thumbnails, so a little description of what your video is going to be about. So a lot of mine are basically like day in my life vlogs, productive vlogs, so I would make sure I'm having that in my thumbnail so that people kind of already know and can tell by my thumbnail what the video is going to be about and if it's something they're interested in watching. So for me, when I take my thumbnails, I kind of see what the video is about first before I figure out how I want my thumbnail to be. It's very different. Each of my thumbnails are very different in the way I, you know, put images together in like a little collage or something. But for this type of video, for a sit-down video, for example, I usually will take one picture horizontally and have it fit the size. So I'll take my pictures on my camera. So I just recently got my new Canon EOS M50, but before I was also just taking it on my other vlog camera. And I would just make sure the setting on my camera before I would take a self-timer photo was on 16:9 ratio, because that fits the horizontal look when you put it into your apps. I'll show you my apps later on and how I get the sizing correctly. But even on my new camera, again, I'll just make sure the size is on 16:9, and even on your iPhone. So I take pictures on my iPhone, I sometimes take it on my camera, it really depends, because this also takes really good photos. This is the iPhone 11. So I make sure, depending on the video, I sometimes do 3 pictures. So I'll do 3 vertical images, and I'll make sure that ratio is 4:3. So I'll just add in either 2 photos side by side or 3. I also do sometimes 4 horizontal pictures, again making sure it's in the 16:9 ratio. Sometimes I'll do 1 vertical image, and then I'll do a collage with 2 others side by side by 16:9 ratio. So it really depends on the video. If it's a busy or longer vlog, I like to do 4, because I like to show what I'm doing within the vlog so people can see, and again get a nice like little perspective of what the video is going to be about before they go ahead and watch it. Another important thing is to make sure like your face is in at least one of those pictures. I feel like if it's just of something else, it might not attract more viewers, because they want to, you know, see you or see what you're doing in that video. I find that it's very important to at least make sure that you're in like the thumbnail. So definitely make sure you're doing that. Another way I capture some of my pictures to put into my thumbnails is when I'm editing. You can literally have your marker on a clip in the vlog or the video, and you can save that image. You can save an image from the video. I'll show you guys. I probably popped it up on the screen so you guys can see. You can literally go in on Final Cut Pro, even on iMovie. You just go in, select where you want it to like stop, and then hit save current frame, and it'll save that part. And I'll usually just airdrop it to my phone, because I do most of my editing of my thumbnails directly on my iPhone. So it really doesn't matter if you have a camera, if you have a computer. You can edit on your iPhone, you can edit your thumbnails on your iPhone, you can import your thumbnails to YouTube from your phone. So there's really no excuse. You can get to vlogging and doing everything you need just from your phone. So what I like to do when I'm taking my thumbnails, so for example, I'm going to talk about my vlog that I just posted. I just posted a summer day in my life vlog. So I showed like a mini haul of things that I got from Target. So what I did was I got the items and I put it on my white sheets. Like I cleaned them off, don't worry, but I put them on a white sheet. So you can put it on just somewhere where it's like a nice background. Like I said, you don't want things to be too busy if you're taking a thumbnail. So if I put it, let's say, on my desk, I'll clean the whole space, like everything off my desk, put those items directly on somewhere, and I'll go in and take the photo. So that photo, I'll pop it up on the screen. I just used my phone for this one, and I did 16:9. So what I did was I just went to my camera, I slid this arrow, clicked the ratio, and made it 16:9 so that I can take it like this. And then I just also make sure that the flash is on, because I always use flash because it just enhances the image really well and nicely. So I'll hold my phone like this and just take the image. I'll take a couple of them, and then I'll favorite it just to make sure that that is going to be the image that I'm going to be using. If I'm taking photos of myself, sometimes I'll switch it up. Sometimes I will take images in the mirror, sometimes I'll take a selfie, or if I already have pictures that like I posted on Instagram. So for example, in my other summer day in my life video, I had a picture that I posted on Instagram and I didn't use it in my thumbnail, so I decided to use it as part of the picture. So sometimes I will just take an image that I already had. Let's see if it'll focus. So I use this image. So I'll take a photo that I already have and collage it with my thumbnail. So now once you have all your photos taken, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best editing apps that I've found. It's honestly like a trial and error. It's really didn't start like that for me. I really didn't have the best apps when I first started my channel, but it's all about learning, and I just want to share with you guys so you guys can use these apps too and try new things and boost up your thumbnails. So the apps you're gonna need are Fonto, PixArt, Tezza, more for like editing the picture, but I also really like Prequel. Shout out to Sophia. She actually did a video of how she edits her Instagram pictures, and she uses this app, and I really like some of the filters on there. So I've been using these for my thumbnail pictures lately, and I really like it. And sometimes for my thumbnail I will use Canva, but I haven't really been using that, and that I use on my computer. But mainly I've been using Fonto and PixArt for actually putting my thumbnail together. So what I like to do for my thumbnails is just sometimes like warm and cool tones, just something really aesthetic. I feel like it looks really nice. Sometimes I will use PixArt, because the reason I like PixArt is because I like to add stickers to my photos. So in this thumbnail that you're going to see right here, I added some stars, which I'm going to show you guys. So I got that from PixArt, and putting all my photos together is Fonto. So let's go into Fonto right now. So once you go into Fonto, you're going to want to hit this camera icon on the bottom. You're going to hit plain images, and this is how you're going to make your custom image. So you click the black square, you click the top where the dimensions are, click custom. So it's going to be 1280 by 720, and then you're going to hit the top right, the little box with the arrow, use and save. You'll go to the three little lines in the bottom left, hit add image, and this is where you're going to add your image. So I'm going to just show you how I put together my four little pictures for this vlog that I actually just uploaded today. So I'll take the images once I finish like editing them. Also notice how these are all horizontal, 16:9, The first image of me in the mirror and the one on my computer I saved from when I was editing. So you can save from when you're editing. Sometimes I just take all of mine, but it really depends on the vlog, like I said. So I'll usually increase the size to about 207, and it's kind of like I play around with it. I save it, see if anything looks weird, and then I'll also change the height to make sure they all match up. And since I'm a little bit far away, I want to increase this one a little bit, just because I want to make sure that it's up close so you can actually see me. Like I said, it's very important to have your face in it so people can see you. So I'm just gonna play around, make sure they all look even, adjust the sizes, because you don't want, well, at least for me, when I'm doing 4, I want them to all be evenly distributed so it's nice and proportionate. So now I'm gonna save it and see if it all matches up. Alright, so once I feel that it's all clear, I will go in and click photo albums. I'll import the photo and then click on anywhere on the screen and add text. So this is where I play around with it. I play around with colors, I play around with text, trying to make it look the best that it can be. For this one, it's a day in my life. So it was a busy like summer day, so I'll do busy summer, and I chose this font. I really like I said, play around with it. Every day is different, and I used just another hand. I brought it up, I go to style. There's so many different things you can do. You can change the text color, you can change the stroke. So I changed the text color to this like salmon pink color. I love that color. I think it's really cute, and especially for summertime, so a lot of my summer vlogs you'll probably see this color in my thumbnail. So I'll go to stroke and I will click black one. I'll increase the width just a little bit so it stands out a little more. Then I'll go to style, and you can have a shadow, so I'll click the 5th one of the A's on the bottom, and it just has a nice shadow, so again you can see it a little bit clearer. So I'll put that up here. Then I'll click add text again. In all caps, I'll put day in my life vlog. I'll go to font, and I like to use Arial, bold, italic. And then I will decrease the size a little bit. Go into style, and I don't want it to be the same color because I feel like that's too much, so I want to do black. The stroke will be black. No, text white, sorry, stroke will be black. I don't know if I said that. I'll increase the width, like I said, so it can stand out, and go to style, and again click the 5th A so that it has that nice shadow so it's easy to see. I might decrease, I think the width of the black is too much, so I'm going to decrease the width for the stroke, and there we have it. That was how my thumbnail was for this specific vlog. So now I'm going to show you, let's say I wanted to add stars on this one. I'm not going to go back to my other thumbnail, I'm just going to use this one as an example. So once I saved that image, I go into PixArt, and I'm going to import that photo. I go to sticker, type in stars aesthetic. So I usually like to grab, where is it? These 4, they're just black and white stars, and I will take that and I'll erase 3 of them and keep 1 because I don't like how close they are to each other. I'll keep 1. Let's say I put it here. What I will do is I will duplicate each one, and then I can like decrease the size of one, move it around, duplicate again, decrease the size, move it around. So that's how I got the stars to overlay on top of my thumbnail, and that's basically what I use PixArt for, is when I want to add stickers. So let's say I'm adding a sticker, I don't know, like a money symbol, I can add that. So I use this whenever I want to add little symbols. If I want to add a logo, like let's say I made like the TikTok coffees when I did like a while back, I'll go in and type in TikTok logo and find one and just add it into my thumbnail somewhere. So that's what I use PixArt for. I love it. I realized that I didn't even show you guys how I edit each picture by itself. So sometimes I will go into Teza, I'll take this photo, for example, click edit, and I like to use this one, mood, and I will decrease the intensity of it. I will also go to the second tool, which is to adjust, and I will adjust like the exposure. I will add contrast. I literally just play around with it, but the main thing I do is decrease the temperature because it gives it that cool tone, while still with having the filter be mood, it kind of like gives it that warm tone as well. So that's what I like to do for Tezza. And then for the Prequel app, I have been loving it lately. So I'll go into golden hour, and this just looks like you're in front of a window, and literally at golden hour where it's nice and golden, I will like decrease it. I'll play around with it. I don't think I used this one for this photo actually. I might have used the first one, but just slightly. And then I will go into, I'll click the check mark and go into filters. I like Bonneville. It just makes it really like a whitish cool toned. And then I will go to Madrid and I'll decrease the intensity. Also in this app you can add grain. You go to adjust. I added I actually decreased the temperature to make it a little bit more cool and add a little bit of green. So that's what I do here, and then I just save it to my camera roll. So I did that for like all of those images. But so when I am done with my thumbnail, what I will do is I will go to the YouTube Studio app, which is great. Like YouTube Studio is great having on your phone. You can answer comments, you can hit your video to upload if you have it like scheduled. You can do so much. But anyways, I'll go to the video tab on the left hand side, click on the video. I already uploaded this video, but I will just go to the little pencil tool, click on it again, edit thumbnail, change, and you just import and save it, and there you have it. So that is how I take and edit my thumbnails for YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. I really recommend all of these apps. You can do so much with them, and just more than what I even do. You can add crazy effects and everything. Like I said, just playing around with it and learning something new each day really is what YouTube's about. It's just like a learning process, and I really found that these apps have helped me make my thumbnails just like a level higher and a level better. And a lot of people have been loving my thumbnails, so I wanted to share. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave comments, because I always respond to you guys and it helps support my channel. And I will also link down the apps that I mentioned. I will link down my 2 cameras, because I really recommend my other vlogging camera and my new one, because they take really good pictures and just they're really good quality for vlogging anyways. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.